आज चाहिँ हामी लिसनिङको गरौँ है त। एकैछिन लेट्स वेट फर 1 मिनट, अरू कोही जोइन हुन्छ कि जोइन हुनुहुन्न भने चाहिँ स्टार्ट फ्रम देयर है त।
Instrument in put
ओके, आई थिङ्क जोइन हुनुहुनेहरू जोइन भइसक्नुभयो होला। लेट्स स्टार्ट द क्लास है। अब अरूको जोइन हुनुहुन्छ हुनुहुन्न, उहाँहरूलाई पर्खिरहनु पनि मिलेन, त्यही भएर विल स्टार्ट द क्लास। म स्क्रिन सेयर गर्छु पर्खिनु है। स्क्रिन सेयर। मेरो स्क्रिन सेयर भयो।
भयो सर, भयो, स्क्रिन सेयर भयो।
ओके, ल हाम्रो लिसनिङ, सरी, आज हामी लिसनिङ गर्छौँ होइन। लिसनिङको कतिवटा पार्ट हुन्छ? चारवटा पार्ट हुन्छ। चारवटा पार्टमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि अस्ति पनि मैले भनेको थिएँ, फर्स्ट दुईटा पार्ट इजी हुन्छ, लास्ट दुईटा पार्ट के हुन्छ, अलिकति गाह्रो हुन्छ। फर्स्ट पार्ट र थर्ड पार्ट भनेको, फर्स्ट पार्ट भनेको दुईजना बिचमा कन्भर्सेसन हुन्छ, युजली फोन कल अथवा त्यस्तो वाला हुन्छ भने थर्ड पार्टमा दुईटा अथवा दुईभन्दा धेरै मान्छे बोलिरहेको हुन्छ अथवा कन्भर्सेसन हुन्छ। सेकेन्ड पार्टमा के हुन्छ भने एउटा मोनोलग हुन्छ। मोनोलग भनेको एउटा मान्छे मात्र बोलिरहन्छ। त्यसै गरी फोर्थ पार्टमा पनि के हुन्छ, एउटा मोनोलगै हुन्छ। फोर्थ पार्ट चाहिँ युजली सबसे हार्डेस्ट हुन्छ। यसमा चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि एउटा युनिभर्सिटीको लेक्चर जस्तो हुन्छ, एउटा प्रोफेसरले एउटा क्लासमा पढाएको जस्तो एउटा मोनोलग पुरै हुन्छ। यो चाहिँ सबसे हार्डेस्ट पार्ट हुन्छ। यसलाई गर्न चाहिँ अलिकति ध्यान दिनुपर्छ। 1 र 2 त्यस्तो गाह्रो हुँदैन, सबै मजाले सुन्यो भने, यहाँ रिपिट पनि गरेको हुन्छ धेरैवटा कुरा, त्यही भएर मजाले सुन्यो भने सकिन्छ। मैले अस्ति पनि के भनेको थिएँ भन्दाखेरि लिसनिङ गर्नुभन्दा थोरै अगाडि के दिन्छ, अलिकति टाइम दिन्छ। अलिकति टाइम दिँदाखेरि यताउता केही पनि नगर्ने, जस्ट के गर्ने भन्दाखेरि क्वेसन के छ यहाँनिर, जस्तै अब यहाँनिर हामीले एउटा, आज चाहिँ हामी म्यापको गर्छौँ, त्यही भएर मैले एउटा म्यापको सुरुमा एउटा मक लिएर आएको छु, त्यसपछि एउटा फुल म्यापको गर्छौँ है त। सुरुमा गर्दाखेरि यहाँनिर के छ, यहाँनिर एउटा केही ठाउँ छ, त्यसपछि यहाँ नम्बर 2मा अर्को ठाउँ छ। यहाँनिर काल फचेस छ, यहाँ बिचमा एउटा ठाउँ छ, अनि यहाँनिर के छ, अर्को ठाउँ छ। भनेपछि यहाँ के छ, चारवटा ठाउँको नाम छ। यो ठाउँको नाम कुन कतानिर छ भनेर पहिले हेर्नु पर्यो। यहाँ बिचमा हामीले यस्तरी बनायौँ भने यतापट्टि के हो यहाँनिर नि एरोले दिएको छ यतापट्टि भनेको नर्थ हो यतापट्टि नर्थ भएपछि यहाँ तल के हुन्छ त्यसको अपोजिटमा साउथ हुन्छ अनि यता राइट साइडमा के हुन्छ त जहिले पनि इस्ट हुन्छ अनि लेफ्ट साइडमा के हुन्छ वेस्ट हुन्छ सुरुमा हेरेर यति चाहिँ थाहा पाउनु पर्यो अब यो पार्टमा भनेको यो एरोपट्टि के भयो नर्थ वेस्ट भयो अब यहाँनिर के थाहा पाउनु पर्यो भन्दाखेरि नर्थ वेस्टपट्टि के छ यो 1 भन्ने ठाउँ चाहिँ के छ नर्थ वेस्टपट्टि छ कतै नर्थ वेस्टमा एउटा ठाउँ छ भनेर आयो भने त्यो चाहिँ 1 को एन्सर हुन्छ भनेर अहिलेदेखि नै के गर्नु पर्यो दिमागमा राख्नु पर्यो है अब यतापट्टि भनेको के हो नर्थ इस्ट हो नर्थ इस्टमा के छ 3 चाहिँ अलिकति नर्थ इस्टपट्टि छ भनेर त्यो पनि याद राख्नु पर्यो यतापट्टि के हो साउथ इस्ट छ साउथ इस्ट अनि यतापट्टि लास्ट भनेको यतापट्टि के हो साउथ वेस्ट है यति याद गर्ने यति याद गरिसकेपछि अरू के कुरा हुन सक्छ भन्दाखेरि बाणको नर्थतिर भन्यो भने यो 3 हुन सक्छ यो 3 को वेस्टतिर भनेपछि 2 हुन सक्छ यो बाणको साउथतिर भनेपछि यो 4 हुन सक्छ त्यही भएर त्यो कुराहरू पनि के गर्नुपर्छ याद गर्नुपर्छ ओके नै ओके त्यो कुराहरू पनि के गर्नुपर्छ याद गर्नुपर्छ अब यो तपाईहरुले सबैले एउटा पेन र पेन्सिल लिएर बस्नु त पेन र पेन्सिल हैन सरी पेन अथवा पेन्सिल र एउटा पेपर लिएर सबैसँग छ यो एकताल जस्ट यो 1 देखि 4 सम्मको सर र एकताल हेर्छौं कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ म्यापमा भनेर त्यसपछि चाहिँ एकताल पुरै मक गरेर ट्राई गर्छौं सबैजनाले लिन त 11 भएछ छिटो छिटो गरौँ
लिइसके सर कपी र पेन
ल हुन्छ सबैजनाले अब त्यसो भने मजाले सुन्नु है त यहाँनिर अडियो शेयर भइरहेछ कि छैन ओके यहाँ अडियो सुन्नुहुन्छ कि हुँदैन भन्नु ल म एकताल प्ले गर्दा
Listening with IELTS Liz.
सुनिरहेछ सर
Up the driveway.
सुन्यो
सुनिरहेछ
ओके ल सबैजना रेडी हुनु अब आइल स्टार्ट एकताल सर र हेर्नु म तपाईहरुलाई 10 सेकेन्ड दिन्छु यो पुरै हेर्नको लागि सर र अनि त्यसपछि आइल प्ले द रेकर्डिङ है ओके आइल प्ले द रेकर्डिङ सबैजनाले ध्यानले सुन्नु अनि 1 2 3 र 4 को एन्सर के हुन्छ हेर्नु है
Listening with IELTS Liz. As you drive up the driveway, you will immediately arrive in the parking area.
साउन्ड गयो सर साउन्ड आएन
ए पर्खिनु है त यो सेयरिङ गर्दाखेरि साउन्ड पनि गइरहेछ पर्खिनु है त एकताल अप्सन हेर्छु म ल अब चाहिँ आउँछ होला है अब आइ कि आएन भन्नु ल
हुन्छ सर
Listening with IELTS Liz. As you drive up the driveway, you will immediately arrive in the parking area.
आइ कि आएन भर्खर
आयो सर आयो साउन्ड आयो
ओके ल अब चाहिँ रेडी हुनु है सबैजनाले सुन्नु
Listening with IELTS Liz. As you drive up the driveway, you will immediately arrive in the parking area. You will see to your left the farmhouse where the farmer lives as you drive up, and directly to the left of the parking area is the main shed. There are a number of smaller sheds located around the main shed which are not currently labelled on the map. In the northwest corner of the farm is a pasture area, which is a wide grassy expanse. It provides rich organic grass for our cows and, along with other types of feed, gives us our organic status and key selling point. From the parking area you go east through the milk house, which is used daily, and then into the barn. This is where the cows are often sheltered. On the other side of the barn is the manure storage. To the north, you will find the calf hutches, which are located just beyond the maternity pens. Only 30% of our cows are used for breeding. In the bottom left corner of the barn is the loading chute. To the south are two circular areas, one of which is the feed storage and the other the dead stock area. We hope you will enjoy looking around our farm and learning about how we manage our cows. Listening with IELTS Liz.
चारवटै एन्सर भेट्नुभयो कि भएन? एन्सर भेट्नुभयो कि भएन? भेट्नु भएन? ल अब एकताल म फेरि प्ले गर्छु अनि कहाँनिर छ एन्सर ठ्याक ठ्याक भन्छु है त। ल सुन्नु है अब फेरि।
Listening with IELTS Liz. As you drive up the driveway, you will immediately arrive in the parking area.
सुरुमा के भनेको छ भन्दाखेरि ड्राइभवेबाट माथि जाँदा के भेट्छ अरे हामीले पार्किङ एरिया भेट्छ अरे। यतिसम्म यहीँ दिएको छ है। अब
You will see to your left the farmhouse where the farmer lives as you drive up, and directly to
अब यो ड्राइभवेबाट माथि जाँदाखेरि टु द लेफ्ट भनेको कता हो? यता लेफ्टपट्टि के छ अरे फार्म हाउस छ जहाँनिर चाहिँ त्यो फार्मर बस्छ। यतिसम्म छ है, ठिकै छ।
the left of the parking area is the main shed. There are a number of smaller sheds located around the main shed which are not currently labelled on the map. In the
अब यहाँ के भन्यो भन्दाखेरि पार्किङ एरियाको लेफ्टमा के छ? सेड छ र यो सेडको वरिपरि पनि सानो सानो सेड छ अरे। त्यो सेडलाई चाहिँ के गरेको छ? लेबल गरेको छैन भनेको छ।
northwest corner of the farm is a pasture area which
ल अब के भने यहाँनिर नर्थ वेस्ट कर्नरमा चाहिँ के छ अरे? पास्चर एरिया छ अरे। नर्थ वेस्ट भनेको कता हो? यहाँ माथि नर्थ हो, यतापट्टि वेस्ट हो भनेपछि नर्थ वेस्ट भनेको यता हो कि होइन? मैले अघि के भनेको थिएँ? यहाँनिरको वर्ड आउँदाखेरि के भन्छ होला? नर्थ वेस्ट भनेर भन्छ होला। त्यही भएर यो ठाउँको नाम के हुन्छ? पास्चर एरिया हुन्छ। PASTURE पास्चर AREA एरिया है त। एकताल यहाँसम्म फेरि प्ले गरिदिन्छु, यति बुझ्नु है त। ल पहिले पास्चर एरियासम्मको एकताल फेरि सुन्नु।
Listening with IELTS Liz. As you drive up the driveway, you will immediately arrive in the parking area. You will see to your left the farmhouse where the farmer lives as you drive up, and directly to the left of the parking area is the main shed. There are a number of smaller sheds located around the main shed which are not currently labelled on the map. In the northwest corner of the farm is a pasture area, which is a wide grassy expanse. It provides rich organic grass for our cows and, along with other types of feed, gives us our organic status and key selling point.
ल पास्चर एरिया भनेर भेट्नुभयो कि भएन? बुझ्नु पनि कसरी पास्चर एरिया भयो? म स्पेलिङ लेखिदिन्छु। PASTURE पास्चर एरिया। ल कसरी भेट्ने? नर्थ वेस्ट मैले नर्थ वेस्ट भनेर याद गर्नु भनेको थिएँ नि। त्यही भएर ठ्याक्कै नर्थ वेस्ट भनेरै आयो कि आएन? हो, त्यसरी अगाडि नै अलिकति कतापट्टि के छ भनेर चाहिँ याद राख्ने कि त्यो भयो भने चाहिँ सजिलो हुन्छ। ल अब सुन्दै जाम है त। यो पास्चर एरिया यो 1 को भयो। अब अरु सुनौँ।
From the parking area you go east through the milk.
अब पार्किङ एरियाबाट कता जाने भन्यो? पार्किङ एरियाबाट इस्ट भनेको कता हो? यता हो कि होइन? पार्किङ एरियाबाट इस्ट जाँदाखेरि के भनेछ ल फेरि सुन्नु है अब अलिकति अगाडिबाट ल
From the parking area, you go east through the milk house, which is used daily, and then into the barn.
अब के भन्यो भन्दाखेरि पार्किङ एरियादेखि इस्टमा जाँदा मिल्क हाउस हुँदै बार्नमा जान्छ भन्यो के हुँदै रे मिल्क हाउस हुँदै भनेपछि यो ठाउँको नाम के हो त मिल्क हाउस हो MILK मिल्क हाउस हो भयो 2 को पनि एन्सर आयो यहाँ फेरि सुन्नु एकताल फेरि ल फेरि एकताल चाहन्छु
सर केही सुनिरहेको छैन पुरै स्क्रिनै पज भइरहेको
सर नेट गयो हजुरको
सरी एकैछिन ल म इन्टरनेट फिक्स गर्दैछु ओके अब सुनिरहेछ
हजुर सर
ओके सरी सरी फर द्याट फेरि सेयर गर्छु है ल यो मिल्क हाउससम्मको सुन्नुभयो मिल्क
सर
हाउससम्म
बुझ्यो
सुन्नु भएको थिएन
मिल्क हाउससम्म बुझ्यो
ओके मिल्क हाउससम्म भइसकेपछि अब फेरि प्ले गर्दै जाउँ है ओके
Manure storage. To
अलिकति
the north and sheltered. On the other side of the barn is the manure storage.
अब यहाँ के भनेको छ बार्नको यतापट्टि मिल्क हाउस थियो भनेको छ भनेपछि बार्नको अदर साइडमा चाहिँ के छ अरे म्यान्युअर स्टोरेज छ अरे यहाँनिर के छ म्यान्युअर स्टोरेज छ यो दिएकै कुरा छ त्यही भएर यसलाई ध्यान दिनु परेन अब म्यान्युअर स्टोरेज भइसकेपछि
To the north, you will find the calf hutches.
अब बार्नको नर्थमा के छ भन्यो बार्नको नर्थ भनेको कता हो यता हो बार्नको नर्थमा के छ काल्फ हचेस छ भन्यो यहाँनिर यो नम्बर 3 को एन्सर आउनु सक्छ है मजाले सुन्नु है अब
which are located just beyond the maternity pens.
अब के छ अरे यो काफ हचेस चाहिँ के भन्दा अझै माथि छ के भन्दा बियोन्ड छ अरे भन्दाखेरि म्याटर्निटी पेन भनेको के हो मदरहरू बस्ने म्याटर्निटी MATERNITY म्याटर्निटी पेन्स छ भनेपछि नम्बर 3 को एन्सर के भयो म्याटर्निटी पेन्स भयो एकताल फेरि सुन्नु है ल
You will find the calf hutches, which are located just beyond the maternity pens. Only 30% of our cows are used for breeding.
अब यति भयो अब के छ नम्बर 4 मात्र बाँकी भयो अब यहाँनिर के पनि ध्यान दिँदा हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि नम्बर 4 कस्तो सेपको छ नम्बर 4 कस्तो छ सर्कुलर सेपको छ यो र यो के छ सर्कुलर सेपको छ त्यही भएर मेबी सर्कुलर सेपको छ भनेर कोही बेला भन्छ कोही बेला भन्दैन त्यही भएर त्यो चाहिँ अलिकति ध्यान राखिराख्नु अर्को भनेको के को छेउमा छ डेड स्टकको छेउमा छ त्यही भएर त्यो वर्डको वरिपरि आउनु सक्छ भनेर ध्यान राख्ने है त एकताल ल सर र सुनौँ फेरि
In the bottom left corner of the barn is the loading chute. To the south are two circular areas, one of which is the feed storage and the other the dead stock area. We hope you will enjoy looking around our farm and learn.
सुन्नुभयो नम्बर 4 को के रहेछ एन्सर डेड स्टक एन्ड समथिङ भनेको थियो नि सर्कुलर एरिया भन्दाखेरि
विच भनेर थियो के भनेर थियो
ल फेरि हो एकजनाले चाहिँ फिड स्टोरेज भन्नुभएको छ ल एकताल सुन्नु है त फेरि ल
To the south are two circular areas, one of which is the feed storage and the other the dead stock area.
हो टु द साउथ भनेको यो बाणको साउथपट्टि चाहिँ के छ अरे दुईटा सर्कुलर एरिया छ अरे एउटा चाहिँ फिड स्टोरेज अर्को चाहिँ के छ अरे डेड स्टक एरिया छ अरे भनेपछि यो नम्बर 4 को एन्सर के हुन्छ फिड स्टोरेज हुन्छ है ल एकताल सुरुबाट एकताल मजाले सुन्नु तपाईँहरूले एन्सर अब चाहिँ भेट्नुहुन्छ कि हुँदैन सरी म म्युट गरेर बोलिरहेको रहेछु यो ठ्याक्कै फिड स्टोरेजमा चाहिँ के थियो भन्दाखेरि यो सर्कुलर एरिया दुईटा छ भनेको थियो बाणको साउथमा सर्कुलर एरिया दुईटा छ त्यो सर्कुलर एरिया चाहिँ फिड स्टोरेज र डेड स्टक एरिया हो भनेर भनेको थियो अब त्यही भएर यसको चाहिँ फिड स्टोरेज हुन्छ अब एकताल सुरुबाट सर र एकताल सुनौँ किनकि कहाँ के एन्सर छ भनेर थाहा छ म त्यति बेला एन्सर पनि ठ्याक ठ्याक देखाइदिँदै जान्छु है त जस्ट म यहाँ एनोटेट गरेर ल
With IELTS Liz. As you drive up the driveway, you will immediately arrive in the parking area. You will see to your left the farmhouse where the farmer lives as you drive up, and directly to the left of the parking area is the main shed. There are a number of smaller sheds located around the main shed which are not currently labelled on the map. In the northwest corner of the farm is a pasture area, which is a wide grassy expanse. It provides rich organic grass for our cows and along with other types of feed, gives us our organic status and key selling point. From the parking area, you go east through the milk house, which is used daily, and then into the barn. This is where the cows are often sheltered. On the other side of the barn is the manure storage. To the north, you will find the calf hutches, which are located just beyond the maternity pens. Only 30% of our cows are used for breeding. In the bottom left corner of the barn is the loading chute. To the south are two circular areas, one of which is the feed storage and the other the dead stock area. We hope you will enjoy looking around our farm and learning about how we manage our cows.
सुन्नुभयो त सबै एन्सर अहिले चाहिँ
हजुर
अहिले त
सर
सजिलो भयो नि एन्सर सबै सुनेर होइन ल एकताल म तपाईँहरूलाई एउटा मक गरौँ अब सुरुमा एकताल सुनेरै यो यस्तै आउँछ भन्ने चाहिँ हुँदैन त्यही भएर प्र्याक्टिस गरिरहनुपर्छ है तपाईँहरूले इङ्ग्लिस पोडकास्टहरू इङ्ग्लिस भिडियोजहरू मुभिजहरू हेर्ने गर्नु है अनि बल्ल तपाईँको के अरे लिसनिङ पनि पर्फेक्ट हुन्छ ल यो हेरौँ है त के भयो अडियो आउँछ कि आउँदैन भन्नु त एकताल भर्खर अडियो आयो कि आएन
आएन सर
आएन पर्खिनु है फेरि प्रेजेन्ट गर्नुपर्छ होला कहाँबाट खोल्थ्यो ए शेर साउन्ड शेयर ल अब चाहिँ आउँछ ल सबैजना पेन र पेपर लिएर बस्नु है त
Section 1. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 5.
Thank you all for coming to our community meeting. As you know, we're excited to unveil our improvement plan as we look forward to the influx of tourists in the summer months. I'll start with a quick overview of the main points of interest in the area for anyone who may not quite know his or her way around yet, and then I'll get to the improvements made. First off is my favourite, the Science Museum, which is on the corner of St George Road. If you have not visited yet, I encourage you to go before the busy season. It is absolutely spectacular. There is even a flight simulator you can try out. Just west of the Science Museum is the National History Museum. It's a sight not to be missed as well, with each floor devoted to a different era in our nation's history. There are special exhibits for children with interactive games and fun history lessons too. If you're looking for parking, it is available on the intersection of Queen Street and South King Street in the car park. Standard hourly and daily rates do apply. The best place for souvenirs is the shopping mall, though it gets extremely busy during peak times. You can get there from the Tube or the entrance on Timber Road, just south of Cornwall Road. This area has students everywhere, usually from the primary school across the street from the shopping mall. Classes often take field trips and engage in guided tours through the area. So that's the overview of the main sites, and hopefully by now I've given you a general idea of the area.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 6 to 10.
Now, please look at the map I've given you of the Healthy Hearing Medical Clinic and Surgery. For those not familiar with our practice, reception can be found through the main door at the end of the corridor. If your consultation is booked with Mr. Green, you need to go through the main door and turn right by the nurse's desk, and his office is at the end of the corridor on your left-hand side. If you need to alter any of your personal details, please visit our secretary at the Office for Medical Records, which you will find next to the therapy room. If you're awaiting surgery, please first check in with reception before taking the first door on the right after you enter the clinic. Finally, in the event that you feel disappointed with any of the services we have provided, or have any further questions, please locate our manager's office, which can be found near the Office for Medical Records and between two closets. If you have any more questions about the Healthy Hearing Medical Clinic and Surgery, please do not hesitate to contact us on 01 256 111 111.
That is the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to section 2.
Section 2. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 13.
यो चाहिँ अलिक क्लियर रहेन रहेछ म एकताल यहाँनिर सरर लेखिदिन्छु ल यहाँनिर आइल्यान्ड हो यहाँनिर स्टेडियम हो यहाँनिर स्विमिङ पुल यहाँ इन्डोर अरेना STA station and you are here है अहिले यहाँ you are here अनि अरु सबै इन्स्ट्रक्सन यहाँबाट अरुतिर लान्छ है त्यही भएर you have to be very careful about this benches this is lakes यति भयो हुन्छ होला है यहाँनिर 13 छ 12 13 11 11 12 13 यति नै हो है ल विल कन्टिन्यू
Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 13.
Well, here we are at the top of the tower, and we're going to look at the view from each direction. Out to the east, the large buildings about 1 kilometre away are on the Olympic site. There's an indoor arena for gymnastics, a stadium for track and field, and a swimming pool for races and synchronised swimming, and also diving. If you look carefully down there, you can see the train lines. The Olympic site has its own station to encourage the use of public transport. There is also a car park, but it only holds a limited number of cars. The formal park has some specially created water features. If you look out here to the south, you can see a circular ornamental pond. And around to the west, you can relax and sit on a bench to smell the flowers in the rose garden. And finally, up to the north, if you look in front of you now, there's a lake with a small island in the centre. You can hire rowing boats at the boat shed, which you can't see from here. But if you look through the trees, you can see the cafe, which has lovely views across the water. Okay.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 14 to 20.
यहाँ लेखेको बुझा छ र
छैन सर
छैन सर सानो आछ
यसमा पनि म लेखिदिन्छु है पर्खिनु द इन्जिन रुम यहाँनिर छ यहाँ द स्टेबल्स यहाँ द वर्क कहीँनिर धेरै कुरा मिक्स के अरे मिस भएको होला तर त्यो कन्टिन्यू गर्नु है मिस भइगयो भनेर नछोड्नु है अहिलेलाई यो अलिक गाह्रोवाला हो त्यही भएर टेन्सन नलिनु धेरै यहाँनिर इन्ट्रान्स छ यो अलिक गाह्रोवाला नै हो त्यही भएर टेन्सन लिनु पर्दैन यहाँ चाहिँ द ड्यास फर द वर्कर है द 20 को ड्यास 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 हुन्छ फर द वर्कर भन्ने यहाँ छ अनि 16 मा यहाँ छ 14 मा यहाँ रोड छ है अरु 19 मा द ड्यास छ यहाँ द ग्राइन्डिङ सप छ अरु के छ यति नै हो है यहाँनिर यहाँ हेर्नु है त 14 यहाँ छ 16 यहाँ छ 15 यहाँ छ 20 यहाँ छ यही है द 20 मा चाहिँ यहाँ फिल गर्नुपर्ने 20 मा चाहिँ भन्छ द ड्यास फर वर्कर्स 19 यहाँ छ यहाँ ग्राइन्डिङ सप भनेको यो हो यार्ड छ यहाँ YARD अनि यहाँ 18 छ अनि यहाँनिर चाहिँ 17 छ है यो चाहिँ 17 हो है देखिएन भने ल विल कन्टिन्यू है कसैको काहीँ धेरै मिस भइसक्यो होला कन्टिन्यू नै गर्नु है जति सुनिन्छ
Now listen and answer questions 14 to 20.
Now, I'm going to give you a plan of the site, and I'd just like to point out where everything is, and then you can take a look at everything for yourself. I've already pointed out the river, which is on the left, and of course, running along the bottom is Woodside Road. Got it? OK. Now, we're standing at the entrance. See it at the bottom? And immediately to our right is the ticket office. You won't need that, because you've got your group booking, but just past it are the toilets. Always good to know where they are. In front of us is the car park, as you can see, and to the left, by the entry gate, is the gift shop. That's where you can get copies of the guide, like this one here. Now, beyond the car park, all the buildings are arranged in a half circle with a yard in the middle. The big stone building at the top is the main workshop. That's where the furnace is, and where all the metal was smelted and the tools were cast, as you'll be able to see. Now, in the top right-hand corner, that building with bigger windows is the showroom, where samples of all the tools that were made through the ages are on display. In the top left corner is the grinding shop, where the tools were sharpened and finished. And on one side of that, you can see the engine room, and on the other is the cafe, which isn't an antique, you'll be pleased to know, though they do serve very nice old-fashioned teas. The row of buildings you can see on the left are the cottages. These were built for the workers towards the end of the 18th century, and they're still furnished from that period, so you can get a good idea of ordinary people's living conditions. Across the yard from them, you can see the stables, where the horses were kept for transporting the products. And the separate building in front of them is the works office, and that still has some of the old accounts on display. Right, if anyone wants a guided tour, then I'm starting at the engine room. If you'd like to come along this way, please, ladies and gentlemen.
That is the end of section 2. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
अब यसमा चाहिँ के गर्ने भन्दाखेरि यहाँनिर हरेक ठाउँलाई यहाँनिर 21 दिएको छ यहाँ 22 दिएको छ यहाँ 23 दिएको छ यहाँ 24 दिएको छ यहाँ 25 दिएको छ यसमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि यो कुराहरू यहाँ BCMPORST भनेर दिएको छ तपाईहरु चाहिँ के गर्नुपर्छ भन्दाखेरि यो 21 भन्ने ठाउँमा चाहिँ बैंक आएको छ भने के लेख्ने भन्दाखेरि बी लेख्ने तपाईले यहाँ आन्सर बैंक लेख्नु भयो भने चाहिँ के हुन्छ रङ हुन्छ दैट्स व्हाई यहाँनिर के भनेको छ राइट द करेक्ट लेटर नेक्स्ट टु द क्वेसन्स भनेको छ नि त्यही भएर जे इन्स्ट्रक्सन दिएको छ त्यो मात्र लेख्ने यहाँ 21 मा ब्याङ्क हो भने बी लेख्ने यो 21 क्याफे हो भने सी लेख्ने है त ल मजाले सुन्नु
Now turn to section 3.
Section 3. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 25. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 25.
So, where's the Indian restaurant?
Don't worry, it's really easy to find. Have you got that map I gave you?
This one?
Yes, that's it. See here, the main entrance to the school? Yes? Well, don't go out of there. There's a smaller entrance here, round the back.
Oh, yes, I see.
Okay, so you go out of there, past the phone box, and then turn right into this road here, the one that goes along the side of the park. You'll see a supermarket on the left, and then it's just after that on the right. It's quite a big place. You can't miss it.
Okay. And one more thing. Is there a post office near here?
Post office? Oh yes, of course. Just the other side of the park. Go through the middle of the park and it's there by the park entrance.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Oh, there's a good cafe near here too. Very popular with the students. Just there. You go out of the main entrance into Varley Road, then turn left at the bank and it's at the end of the street. They do amazing coffee.
That's great. Thanks very much.
No problem. Enjoy your course.
Thanks again. Bye.
Before you hear the rest of the discussion, you have some time to look at questions 26 to 30. Now listen and answer questions 26 to 30.
Welcome to Besley Castle. It's nice to see so many of you here today. Before we go in, I'd like to tell you some information about the castle, the things to see and do, and the facilities available to you in the grounds. We'll do our best to make this a truly memorable visit. Now, the castle grounds are quite big, and we don't want you to get lost, so I'm going to give you an idea of the layout. At the moment, we are at the entrance, and immediately to our left is the Tourist Information Office. Go here if you need any questions answered. They'll be happy to help. And of course, behind the tourist office is the car park where the coach dropped you off. And he'll also pick you up from the same spot at 5 p.m. today. In front of us are the water gardens. If you stroll through, you get to the North Bridge, which is the entrance to Besley Castle. Take your time and enjoy looking around the castle. There's a lot of history steeped in those walls. As you leave the castle via the South Bridge, you'll be greeted with the sight of roaming deer. During the day, there will be scheduled feeding opportunities where visitors can get involved. However, we do request that you do not feed the deer outside these times. To the right of the deer park is the Castle Museum, And behind that is our award-winning restaurant. It's a relatively new addition to the castle grounds, but is fast gaining a reputation for its food. Alternatively, you can choose to dine in the picnic area on the other side of the deer park. It's perfect for the family as it's next to the kids' play area and homemade ice cream hut. We hope that on your way out, you'll pop into the gift shop by the exit for something to remember us by.
That is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to section 4. Section 4. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
Good morning and welcome to the National Botanical Gardens. I'm your guide, Lisa, for the garden tour. This garden is a step closer towards the conservation of indigenous trees that are essential to the regional vegetation. Since it is a planned project, it also becomes a useful centre for research on the conservation of plant species. Actually, this region is too big to be called a garden. It covers about 30 hectares of land, which is protected by the Central Forest Service management of the country. As you can see in this map, there are no concrete structures anywhere in this area. You'll see only landscapes and narrow paths lightly cleared for walking. These special pathways are called the garden walks. We are here at the Botanical Garden Office, and there's an L-shaped garden walk from here right up to the forest zone. The first square section on the left is the nursery, with saplings of some of the most exotic plants and trees. You can buy everything you like when we complete the tour. From here, we'll be walking the track to the 2 forest areas that have the native trees and smaller plants that are used for landscaping the local urban areas. The native tree zone is here, immediately behind the nursery, and next to it is the non-native trees zone. We are now looking at the huge fenced area on the west. You can see an area with fencing. This is the exotic forest zone. Several species of vegetation and insects that breed in this land will be destroyed or lose their habitat due to trampling by visitors. So entry is allowed for researchers only. There's a smaller garden walk going up north beyond the fencing. It leads to the research centre, which is built of eco-friendly construction material, has natural heating and cooling technology, and uses solar energy. This building is not open to visitors, but we will visit the exhibition in a smaller extension of this building, not the larger one. It has a separate entrance within the research centre. We will see a short documentary on the importance of forest conservation, followed by a talk by an expert on how you can contribute to tree conservation. After we tour the nursery and the exhibition in the research centre, we will gather in the Shamiana for lunch. It's on the left as we head back to the garden office. Meals in the open are a unique experience and I am sure you will enjoy it. After lunch, we will head to the main entrance. To the left, you will see a circular garden with a display of colourful ornamental plants. On the other side of this garden walk, there is a beautiful topiary display. You'll get to see the topirists at work trimming plants into various shapes of birds, animals, and other objects. This garden walk connects the botanical garden to the village nearby. Most workers are local and use this pathway, but it is also open for morning walkers or visitors who want to have a glimpse of the rural life around. You will be paying for your purchases here at the garden office as we exit the premises.
And finally, I'd like to tell you about our new wildlife area, Hinchingbrook Park, which will be opened to the public next month. This slide doesn't really indicate how big it is, but anyway, you can see the 2 gates into the park and the main paths. As you can see, there's a lake in the northwest of the park with a bird hide to the west of it at the end of a path. So it'll be a nice, quiet place for watching the birds on the lake. Fairly close to where refreshments are available, there's a dog walking area in the southern part of the park, leading off from the path. And if you just want to sit and relax, you can go to the flower garden. That's the circular area on the map, surrounded by paths. And finally, there's a wooded area in the western section of the park, between 2 paths. Okay, that's enough from me, so let's get on and...
That is the end of section 4. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
अलिक गाह्रो पर्यो हो यो कि आयो हजुरहरूलाई कतिवटा एन्सर लेख्नुभयो भन्नु त 40 वटामा खै बोल्नु न ओके ठिकै छ एकताल यो स्क्रिनशट गरेर यो एन्सरहरू राख्नु म तपाईलाई यो भिडियोको लिंक पनि एकताल पठाइदिन्छु यो चाहिँ अलिक गाह्रो छ म एकताल भिडियोको लिंक पठाइदिन्छु एकताल सर र हेर्नु फेरि एन्सरसँग कम्पेयर गर्नु अनि इफ भोलि अझै आएन भने चाहिँ भोलि कहाँको एन्सर कहाँ छ अनि कसरी खोज्ने भनेर म सबै एक्सप्लेन गरिदिन्छु है त हुन्छ
Okay, sir.
म यो भिडियोको लिंक युट्युबमै छ यो भिडियो म तपाईहरुलाई लिंक ग्रुपमा अहिले पठाइदिन्छु किन यस्तो म्यापमा चाहिँ अलिकति गाह्रो चाहिँ पर्छ तर अलिकति ट्रिक जानेपछि साउथ वेस्ट ईस्ट नर्थ भनेपछि त्यस्तो गाह्रो पनि हुँदैन म्याप आउने चान्स अलिकति कम चाहिँ हुन्छ तर त्यो भन्दैमा नआउने होइन त्यही भएर अफ कोर्स प्र्याक्टिस त गर्न परि नै हाल्छ है हामीले गाह्रो प्र्याक्टिस गर्यो भने इजी वन्स त हामीले सल्भ गर्न सकिहाल्छ नि त है मैले भर्खर तपाईलाई एउटा युट्युबको लिंक पठाएको छ त्यसमा एन्सर पनि छ क्वेशन पनि छ सर र एकताल हेर्नु अनि फेरि हेर्नु एन्सरसँग चेक गर्नु अनि पनि बुझ्नु भएन भने चाहिँ म भोलि एकताल क्लासमा फेरि भनिदिन्छु अनि भोलि फेरि गरौँला है 8:58 भएछ अरु केही छ हजुरहरुलाई क्वेशन्स छैन भने आजलाई यति गरौँ सो दिस इज इट फर टुडे थ्यांक यू फर बीइङ इन क्लास भोलि भेटौँला है अनि स्पिकिङ गर्नुहुन्छ भने भन्नु है आज 2 जनाले भन्नुभएको थियो एकजनाको चाहिँ भयो अर्को एकजनाको चाहिँ अलिक मिलेन स्पिकिङ गर्नुहुन्छ भने टेक्स्ट मी एट अराउन्ड 1 बजेतिर है ल ओके थ्यांक